What's up, everyone? It's Trainer Dell. In this video for you, I have my 8 standby key deck, Angel Beats. Yeah, it's an Angel Beats from the key set. You guys probably have seen it be played. Still working on it and upgrading it here and there. Got the going first and going second. Love to see that. Yeah, I kind of went with this build. I played in my locals and actually got 3rd place. Finally topped that locals. There's really good players there, and it's been really fun to go there. And there are nights where I just sometimes just want to like stop playing because like I can't cancel for anything, or I draw into all my climaxes. But you know, you just got to keep persevering and keep playing and just obviously just have fun. And that's what I've been doing with this deck. Right now they're mixed until Springfest. And so when that happens, it's going to be English only. So that's why I'm getting the most I can with this deck and having fun with it. Some other cards are going to come in, and I don't know if I'm going to add them to it. I should. But yeah, like I said, it's the 8 standby. Let's get right into it. Starting off with 3 of this Yuri Brainstorm. So she is a tap 1 salvage Brainstorm for each climax, and then her other ability is when you use the climax, this one right here. So maybe I'll just bring them out right now. Then there are certain ones that you can pay 1 to stand them. So yeah, we'll just put those there, and it would have been this one. I'll keep this off to the side, and then I'll show you which ones they will be. We have this one. I don't like remember most of the names, so they're all Japanese. So what this does is on my turn, 1k extra, so it becomes a 3k. And it has a cool effect. When it's sent to the waiting room, you can pay 1 stock and put it to your clock to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose a level 1 or higher character, and add it to your hand. The rest go into waiting room. So it's just a cool way to get stuff into the waiting room and to hopefully get into some cards into your hand, like some of the counters. We got 3 of the Sheenas. I kind of took out the one that I've been playing, which is the one where you, on play and on attack, you can discard like a death, an anniversary, or a science character, something like that, to draw one. Instead, I was just trying out Sheena, and she was really good tonight. She helped out. She's just a free runner, a 2k free runner. But yeah, kind of came in clutch in my games today. I got 2-1, but I was on the winner's side, the winner's bracket, so I was pretty happy. Got the drop search, Angel Beats, Yuri, and Kanade. The downside to this, it's a 3k drop search, but just the downside is that the rest of my characters can't side attack, but I really don't go for that anyways. We got this Yuri, Unresolved something or whatever, where it's a global 500 to all death characters, and if a character on my side gets reversed, I can pump something up by 500. We got the Yui, and this one on play gives something an anniversary or death 1000 power, and when you play climax, you can bounce her to the hand to give something 2k power. So this deck doesn't have, you know, any crazy power-ups in terms of like the 1k, like the climaxes are just standbys, so they don't give any power. So that's a way to give something a little extra oomph. Then 2 of these Kanades that when you play it, you can like shuffle 2 characters back to give her +2 soul or +1 soul or something like that. And then this is just more of a climax swapper, which is mainly what I use it for. So that's the level 0 lineup. For the level 1s, we got leader of the SSS right here, Yuri. This is basically the encore. It doesn't really have encore per se. It has the pay 1, where if nothing is rested, you can rest in your front row in your center stage. And it gains 500 for every other anniversary or death character. So she usually sits at around, you know, 7.5, but with this 8k cross turn. So that's really cool. So cards that say like, oh, you can't use Encore, she kind of gets around it. So she's used as one of the targets for this Yuri with that climax combo. With the Underground Battlefront, we got Yusa. She's really cool. I wish she was a little stronger. 3-5 is a little I wish she was at least like 4 or 4-5 would have been sick. But she is like the Toka or like the Chizuru level 0 where on play you reveal the top card so you can do one of these 2 effects on play. So you can reveal the top card if it's an anniversary or death character or event, which is kind of cool about this. You can add it to hand, then ditch a card. And then you can ditch an anniversary or death character to draw 1 card. So it just helps get through the deck some more, get rid of climaxes that can get stuck in the hand or some higher level cards that you want to stand by out. But the fact that it can hit on event is really cool. One of this backup, this is just a 2K backup, and when you use it, you can blind stock from the top of your deck, so you don't really go minus on stock there. This is the other card that we use with this Yuri and this climax. I think it's like To Rebel or something like that, which is also the sleeves that I use. Yeah, just if you have 2, I believe if you have another or 2 or more, something like that, anniversary characters, then it gains 2k power, so it becomes 9-5. And then when this is reversed, you can discard an anniversary or death character to send it to memory, and then during your next main phase, you can return it to the field. Play one of the new Iwasawas, and this is the memory kit counter, so 3k, and you give the character that you power up. When it reverses the opponent, they go to memory. So came in kind of clutch today. Having the 1 helped me out. It helped me in the sense of like I didn't use it and my opponent kept siding and wasn't sticking damage. And then when he finally did go for the attack, like I was able to cancel that attack, which saved me the game. And then yeah, I took it out, which kind of helped because it was Sora, so the neg soul and stuff. But either way, like if he didn't go for the attack, he would have not stuck any damage. 2 of this Yuri. It's the 2-1. So we have a fun combo you can kind of do. So this, I just play a little small package here. If I get the Yuis, the early play Yuis, I'll just swap 4 of these out for it. Just because I need a healer. There's like no healing in the deck, and when I took these out, it was all offense, and I kind of never lived that long. So to have it, this package is really nice where you can stand by it at 1, and as long as it's rested, you can pay 1, send to memory, and ditch 1. So pay a stock, ditch a card, send to memory, and then change into this from the waiting room. And like I said, this is a healer, just an empty healer for the deck, but it comes in and helps out at times. So yeah, that's what this is there for. I kind of wanted to go like a 3-3-2 split and play this climax, the gate, but I just kind of went with full standby. It's just more consistent. I know we have this to climax swap, but it starts getting a little weird. But yeah, I kind of want to change these out for Yui's. The level 3, if I can ever get those. And then I will probably change out these 3 runners and maybe 1 of this Yuri for the girl's dead monster. I forgot her name, but when she attacks, you can top check 2 and choose your trigger basically. So that helps out too. We have the Yuri, the new Angel Beats Key one the new Key All-Stars Yuri, which is super sick, super good. You see it probably in the videos that I play it at. It's super cheap. As long as you get some stock in, as long as you get 2 stock and you hit level 2 and you have 2 of this, you play this climax. And so, yeah, you on play, if you bring this out with this, you can kill this climax, pay 2 stock, and stand this, and then bring out another one from waiting room. So if you get the setup right, then yeah, you just at level 2 can just start smacking your opponent in the face. And it is a, this has to twin drive. It has to, when you attack, you double trigger. So you build up stock that way with it. And yeah, it's pretty good. Play one of this Yuri, level 3. So it gives all anniversary and death characters like a global 15. On play, you can top check 6 and then choose 3, put them back on top of the deck, and then send the rest to waiting room. Send the rest to waiting room. Yeah. And then you can pay 2 and tap her to search your deck for an anniversary or death character and add it to hand. That actually came in because I did not get to the climaxes, so I had to search out this card. And this is the Key's first tournament winner or whatever, Kanade. And she gives all anniversary or death characters. If this is in the center stage, she gives all anniversary and death characters 1,500 extra, including herself, which is pretty cool. And then for 3 on attack, you pay 3 to burn 1. So if I don't get these events off, which I was not able to tonight, then it's a good way, especially with all the double triggering and stuff like the twin drive, to have extra stock to attack with this. So this event is crazy. This is the tickets or whatever, the food tickets floating through the air, which I was actually playing the Operation Tornado, and this is kind of like the opposite side of that. But in doing so, I didn't play this backup, I didn't play that backup, and I didn't play like one of that Yuri. So I decided to just keep the events to these 2, because if I draw it, cool. If I don't, oh well, I can just attack honestly. So as long as you have full field, so you have to have 5 death characters or anniversary characters. You have to have 4. Yeah, you can't have 4 or less, so you have to have 5. And then you have to ditch 2 cards from hand, and then you ping your opponent once 5 times. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. 8 stock, but if you get this out early and you just go for the attacks, then eventually you'll have a lot of stock to just have this. So as long as these don't get answered, you build up a lot of stock. Like I said, you have this climax for the level 1, or the level 0 Yuri that can bring out the level 1 or the level 2. You want those. I mean, if you don't want to do that, you can still go to this 2-1 for any of the climaxes and then bring out the 3-2 Yuri, and then of course this one for the level 3. So yeah, that's the deck list. Pretty happy with it. There's some things I would change here and there maybe, but overall still pretty happy with it. When the mixed format ends for the locals, then who knows when I'll be playing this again, but I'm glad it finally got to at least top once. So local report, game 1, actually played against Puddin. Was able to get through her. She played Batman Ninja, so got through that. It was really close, like really, really close. Like she should have won. She should have definitely won, but I got there. Second game was against Hololive Kanata Marine, and I had a mental lapse where I counted 3 in my deck left. So I drew and then I clocked thinking, okay, I'm going to draw. But I forgot, you know, like I straight up forgot. And I had one of these in hand. And then one of the 2 cards was actually this climax. I should have not clocked. I should have just drew, played this, got out this and, you know, 2 of them or whatever. And just went for the attacks. But I was just, I don't know what was going on through my mind. Even though he had like the rest counter, even though he had the early play counter, like I could have stuck some damage and I could have at least hit for a little more because we were both at like level 3 and I was able to like triple cancel on the next turn. But because I had like nothing, like I played everything from my hand. So when the turn came back around, I just had a bunch of like little 1/1s and I had to like pay some stock. So I don't think I would have won per se, but I would have had a better shot at it. making him use up more resources, making him use more stock, but he didn't have to use up any stock. He didn't have to counter anything. He just let me, I just crashed with my little characters from my hand that just did nothing. Just he kept taking little ones and he was like, all right. And then he just was able to heal it off and then go for a triple Marine and just I think I had like 4 climaxes in a small deck, but he was able to get through. I mean, I think I had 3 actually, and then he, you know, burn 2, was able to cancel. Then I took a 3, then burn 2, took that, canceled the attack, and then burn 2, and it was just like, yeah, yeah. And then last one was against Hololive again, but this one more like a Fubuki Sora build, like super gold bar friendly, and it was a long game, and I pulled it through. Same thing, like I was able to cancel. We were both at 3. I kept getting minus sold, so I kept hitting for like 1s and stuff. But like I said, this one came in clutch. The fact that I got to remove a Sora finally, because all that siding, there was like no damage done to me, and then he kept canceling as well, or I had like no damage. So it was a pretty long game, but I got there with a random 4 damage off the top. Like, he had 1 card left in deck. I was able to ping through that. So he went to like 3-2, and then took like a random 1, or took 2, took 0, and then I moved this actually to the front, and then I hit directly in the slot that this was missing. And I triggered a climax. So I was like, oh, I'm hitting for 4, but no, it's stuck. So I was able to get there, and yeah, those are my games. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. All right, peace.